All right, so welcome to the Starting the Pro Weight Loss Program webinar. I am going to talk to you guys a little bit about today about how to start this in the first couple phases of the program. Thank you for signing up with us. This is a nice general overview for you. Before we start, I'm just going to have you click the raised hand icon in the upper right hand corner so that I know that the audio is working okay. Okay. All right, awesome. Okay, so this is a nice general overview of the program. So there's 4 phases. And phase 1 is what we call the fat loading day. So that's 1 day long. Phase 2 is the portion controlled cycle on the formulas. Phase 3 is the transition and normalization. And phase 4 is the DNA. Okay, so that's what we're calling understanding your genotype. So that gives you the overview of about how long it should be. So 32 days about on the formulas, 5 weeks of transition and normalization, and then you'll be using the DNA after that if you've signed up for that portion of the program. So to get started, you want to make sure you register on our tracker. You should have gotten the email with the login information for that. Right now, do not log calories or any kind of food in there. Just worry about tracking your weights daily and your measurements once a week. Make sure that you register on the support portal website. So this one is the one that has all of the recipes on it, a lot of reading that you can do about our program to get a good background about the things that you're going to be expecting and experiencing. And the third thing is go to the support portal, which is that website I was just talking about, and make sure that you read the 21 steps. The 21 steps is going to give you that complete overview of what you're going to be doing on the program. It'll help prepare you for what's coming ahead. So again, phase 1 is that fat loading day. So you can see these people having lots of fun here. This is only 1 day long. So you want to make sure that you are not carb loading on this day. Okay, you can do some of that, but you really want to make sure it's a true fat load. Plenty of high fat foods. Try and make sure you're eating, the avocado, nuts, salmon, really healthy oils. The fat is really what's going to keep you from being hungry the first few days. If you only eat a bunch of pasta, you're probably going to be a little bit more hungry. So try and make sure it's those high fat foods. You do start the formulas that day, even though you can eat whatever you want that day, but make sure that you do start those formulas, and you can have alcohol on that day as well. So this is kind of what I was talking about. Why is it important? So number 1, you kind of get another chance to eat all of the things that you're going to miss. It'll get you really satisfied before you go into phase 2. You're going to be building up your fat stores. And this is kind of what I was saying in the first few days. It does take a little while for the formulas to really kickstart in your body. So you want to make sure you're doing that fat load so the first few days are a little easier for you. It will help to regulate your metabolism. It will help you basically just to have a successful start to your program. So don't be afraid that your weight will go up a little bit after this day. It's nothing to worry about. That will go back down immediately afterwards. And so just make sure that you do this phase. Do not skip over it unless you're on the active lifestyle plan. If you work out quite a bit and we have you on the active lifestyle plan eating the higher volume of calories, then you will not do a fat loading day. You won't need it. All right, so really important to make sure that you do set goals for yourself. But if you don't have a plan, right, it's just a wish. So make sure that you do have some sort of plan set out. That's going to help you actually be more successful. That's going to be a big key to this program. If you leave things up to chance, you're going to have a little bit of a harder time. So we recommend that you make something like a benefit card. So, make sure that you say, what do you want basically out of this program? And how specifically is that going to affect you? So you want to be healthy. Why do you want to be healthy? You want to get rid of some of your diabetes medication maybe, or you want to enjoy life. Well, what about life do you want to enjoy? I want to play with my kids more and be more active. So only you know what those specific reasons are for why you want to lose weight. Some of them may be physical, but some of them may be, just improving the way that you're able to live your life. So, keep that in mind and definitely write that down so you remember why you're doing it. And that's important because anytime you get any impulses to go off the program, you can pull yourself back on track by saying, nope, I'm not going to do it because I'm working towards this ultimate goal. And that one little bite of something is not going to help me get there. All right, so your action plan, you joined Pro Weight Loss, so great. So you did take the first step towards getting healthier, so that's great. Second step is going to be tracking. You definitely want to be tracking right now because I'm telling you, people that track their food, they track their weight, keeps you way more accountable to yourself, and you're less likely to go off when you're holding yourself accountable. Okay, so make sure you track your weight in the app, and you can track your meals in the journal, in the paper journal. Take a look at some of the healthy recipes on our support portal website. Those will help you to get some variety, make sure that you feel like you're not eating the same kind of thing all the time. Make sure that you are checking in with yourself. Try and make a list of what you think some of your bad habits are, and try and swap some of those out for some better habits. So if you find yourself eating in front of the TV a lot, make sure that you start sitting at the table. And start setting up those strategies for yourself. So how are you going to tackle some of those roadblocks that you're hitting? So these are the supplements. So there are 3 different kinds. You want to make sure you refrigerate them once they're open. And you want to make sure they're not exposed to sunlight for a long period of time. That's very, very important in keeping them effective. So the first one is the B Boost formula. This one is just a B vitamin supplement. This will give you the energy really to get through the diet, so you want to make sure that you're getting this. It's half a dropper. The other 2 formulas, so it's important to know both of these, detox and weight management, these are going in the same 24-ounce water bottle, okay? Those are not separate, they're in the same water bottle. So it'll be 15 drops of the detox, and for the first 10 days, it'll be 20 drops of the weight management in that water bottle, okay? And then before bed, you're putting the 10 drops of weight management underneath your tongue for a minute or 2, and then swallowing at night. You don't want to forget that weight management before bed. That is going to make sure that you are burning fat overnight and maximizing your weight loss. Okay, and it's important to make a note that your weight management in the morning will increase over time. So first 10 days it's 20 drops, next 10 days it's 30, and then it goes up to 40 till the end. This is a little overview of what a day might look like for you. So you want to take that B Boost in the morning, make sure that you put the drops in the water bottle. And you really want to, at least 3 hours, drink that water bottle, okay? You do not want to be drinking that really fast. That is not going to give you enough time in order to maximize the fat burning, okay? So 3 to 4 hours in the morning. I would recommend starting somewhere around 8 o'clock. That's going to get you close to lunchtime, so you won't be hungry before lunch. So phase 2 is the portion controlled phase. So in addition to those formulas, you're also doing the diet. Now your specific servings will depend on what you were assigned. but in general, it's going to be 2 servings of protein per day, somewhere between 3 to 6 ounces. And please stick to the ounces you were given because that will be enough for you to get weight loss. So those proteins should be eaten at lunch and dinner, 2 servings of 1 cup of fruit, lunch and dinner, and 2 servings of 1 cup of vegetables, 1 at lunch and 1 at dinner. Okay. For the fruits, you can eat them separate from the meal if you feel like you want to. Just avoid eating while you're drinking those formulas in the morning. In addition to that, you want to make sure you're getting in your ½ teaspoon of pink salt per day. That's going to give you the electrolytes you need. And your water goal is going to be half your body weight in ounces a day. And we do cap this at 100. So if you weigh more than 200 pounds, then you just want to stick to the 100 ounces of water per day. If you drink too much water, you'll find that that will affect your weight loss as well. This is an overview of some of the benefits of pink salt. So what is it? It's basically mineralized table salt. So it's got some increased potassium and magnesium in it. And this is going to not only keep your electrolytes stable, it's going to prevent blood cramps, give you more energy, regulate your blood sugar. It does a whole slew of things. So this is, a nice little list for you to be able to look at. And that's why it's so, so important. So again, with the water goal, half your weight in ounces, no more than 100 ounces a day. These are some of the benefits that come with drinking enough water. It is very important to prevent kidney stones as well. So if you're very prone to that, water is a very important step for you to take in preventing that. It'll keep you from having headaches. It'll make your skin look better, flush out some of the toxins in your body. It's really a lot of things that water does for you. So make sure that you're good about that. So how much exercise? So for most of you, you're only going to be doing light walking. I would say, no more really than 20 minutes a day of light cardio. Unless you're on the active lifestyle program, and then you would be doing the 20 to 30 minutes of cardio and 15 minutes of resistance training 5 times a week. But there's still a limit. You don't want to do more than the 45 minutes per day because that will not be enough food for you. Okay. When you're on the DNA program, you can have unlimited access to exercise. If you're on the active lifestyle plan, basically you're going to be following these servings. The only time that you would eat the breakfast is if you do morning workouts, and that would be something you would want to talk to your coach about. But the protein's going to be higher as well as the fruits and veggies. So which foods can you not eat on the program? So basically, if it's not on the list, you really don't want to eat it. The one exception to that is garlic. You can eat garlic, but no sugars, oils, fats, beans, starchy vegetables on this portion of the program. They do not work with the formulas, so you want to make sure you're not eating any of those things, or that you don't have any hidden oils in the things that you're using. So what can you eat? So it's vegetables, proteins, and fruits. And you want to make sure that you're not buying pre-prepared meat, because if you get like pre-cooked chickens, things like that, they are going to be cooked in oil. That is going to significantly slow down your weight loss. For the free foods, so lettuce, spinach, celery, cabbage, cucumber, those are free. Don't have to measure or count those. So feel free to have as much as you want in addition to another vegetable off of the list. These are some ideas of things you can eat. So all of these are compliant with the program. So as you can see, there's different things that you can do. It's not just one format of the food that you're going to be eating. So do take a look at those recipes. So your spices and flavors, you can use any kind of dried or fresh herbs. Make sure just no MSG, no sodium, no oils in them. Any vinegar except for balsamic is okay. And definitely utilize these so that you have a little bit more of that variety and flavor. The only kind of sweetener you can use on this program is stevia. Please no other kind of sweeteners, because that will in fact also slow down the weight loss. So you can see, we have the different lists of the foods here. There's a lot of fish on the protein list, those vegetables, and the fruits, a lot of berries, oranges, grapefruits, things like that. For the vegetarian protein alternatives, there's 4 of them. If you're not a vegetarian, you really don't want to use this more than once a week, because it will be a little bit slower with the dairy. So you want to make sure, that's kind of your crutch, in case you maybe need to rush along and don't want to skip your meal. So when you're ending phase 2, you're going to be continuing until the weight management formula runs out. This is going to be around the 32-day mark. Could be a little less, could be a little more, depends on the size of your drops. So once you finish that, you want to make sure that you wait 3 days. And then on the 4th day, you're going to be adding in the breakfast. And that breakfast is what is going to be starting what we call the transition phase, or phase 3. Okay, so you can read some more about that online, and we will also discuss that on our phone calls with your coach. So accountability and technology. So again, use that PWL app for the checking of your weights. You will be having 4 phone calls with us. So check in, see that you understand everything about the program. 2nd week, making sure you're still having progress. The 3rd call, we're going to talk a little bit about the transition. And then after call 4, we're going to be talking a little bit about either your DNA or a plan to go forward after you finish that phase 3. All right, so if you guys have any questions right now, feel free to write me in the chat box right here. If not, thank you for coming and watching the presentation. And feel free to send an email to coach@proweightloss.org, which is our main contact email for questions. Okay, so very important, check in, let me know how you're doing, and I'll wait around for a couple minutes to see if there are any questions. All right, so great. So thanks for coming today. It doesn't seem like there's any questions right now. So again, if you have any that come up, just feel free to send us an email. Thanks for coming today, and have a great start to your program.